this is kind of the same live stream I did yesterday, but I'm doing it on my another backup channel, because I'm trying to get uh, people understand what is coming up. Because listen, um, you have to, if you're on this channel and you're not subscribed to my main channel, you're making a mistake, because that's where I'm doing most of my live streams. This is just for me, as a backup, plan, this channel, so I'm not going to do double live streams every time, or triple live streams, just because I have 3 channels. But I did it this time because I want to make sure that you guys understand that after the June 11th day went by, how much predictive programming there was, because I told you it's going to happen. All right. But, and you have to watch the video I put up. Let me just, before I get started with the video, that way the people don't have to watch the whole video if they don't want to get to what this video is about, which is for you to go and subscribe to my main channel, and don't wait, Okay, so what you do is you go to YouTube search bar, okay? This is the YouTube, not Google. You put my name, Jurassic Liars, and then add Elvis, and this is my main channel. And notice that on June 11th, it became 3.33. It was actually 3.33, but I lost like 30 subscribers, but I don't care. It was 3.3 subscribers on, 3.33. It became 3.3 on June 11th, exactly. And then another 30 subscribed that day. So it was 3.3 and then another 30 added. But anyway, so that was my main channel. And then you're watching this one right now. And then this is my 3rd channel. So subscribe to all 3, but make sure that you are absolutely are subscribed to this one, because let's click on it, because I want you to see the video you have to watch. See, this is the one you have to watch. This is the June 11th day. This is the day after June 11th, and all the predictive programming that happened that day. I put it all into this video, and then I just did 2 more videos after that. And this video I'm gonna load up right now. After this video, I'm gonna load up this one. I'm not gonna put this one on there because that's a live stream. But this one was a pre-recorded video. I'm gonna go put that up there. You have to watch this before because I'm gonna load up a new video today too. So you have to watch this one first before you watch the new one today, okay? Anyway, so like I said, make sure you subscribe to my main channel, and hold on. And make sure you watch this one first if you haven't watched it already. All right. Anyway, so that's that for the new. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, or or you haven't watched for a while or whatever. Let's see what we've got here. Yes, listen, I've talked about the June 24th being June 11th, but no, it has to be on June 11th, okay? June 24th is just a predictive programming about June 11th. It has to happen on those 2 dates, okay? June 11th and August 4th is the Trump head one. June 11th is the June 11th is the Elvis Seattle event, and August 4th is the Trump head one. Look, if you're new to the channel, listen, I've been predicting these same 2 predictions for the last 5 years, okay? And the reason that, and by the way, every single time on those dates, there's predictive programming for these events that are going to happen. The Elvis Seattle event, June 11th, and the Trump head one, August 4th. Always predictive programming on those days. And the reason, I keep telling people, the reason that it doesn't happen on those years, because it's not supposed to happen on those years. That's for that year. But it's going to happen on that day. But here's the thing. it has to happen while before Trump goes into office. Okay, that's it has to happen. I mean, before Trump, before the next president goes into office. That's what I was trying to say. I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand how there are two different views on Trump with gematria. I don't get it. What are you saying? Uh, no, see, look, I don't know what channels you're watching, but if you're watching channels that are throwing out numbers on like a calculator which has 20 different ciphers on it, you don't go to those channels. You're wasting your time with them because they're everywhere. Don't do that. Stick with one type of gematria, which is, and since this is the English language we're in, you would use the simplest one, which is A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3. You know what I mean? Yeah, just like I said, you just got to keep watching, but make sure you subscribe to my main channel. Don't stay here. Okay? This is just my backup, stuff here. And like I said, these listen, the book of Revelation is about to play out, okay? You understand? And this is what's going to set these two events are going to set it in motion. First Trump's head wound, and then the June 11th Seattle event. Anyway, so this is just an open, you guys can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about for right now. But while you guys are bringing up something, I'll talk about what I talked about in the live stream on one of my other backup channels yesterday. I was telling people that what they're doing is they're causing chaos, which we said from the very beginning. We said that Trump, once we saw that Trump, hold on. Look, someone's asking about tribulation. Yes, we are going to be in the tribulation, but I believe that Jesus will take us away right before we're about to seriously suffer. But we are going to have to, uh, you know, we are going to be given the choice whether to take the mark or not. So be prepared. The wheat and the tares the wheat and the tares are about to be separated. Okay. Anyway, it's already started. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's preparing for it with the way they brought out the what injection. You could see how the people are easily gonna fall away from the great falling away is coming. You know what I mean? Anyway, so right when we realized that, because I thought that Trump was going to get back in somehow, because I mean that he wasn't going to actually get out of office. That's I actually, because I said, because I know he's going to be part of this monster charade, right? That I'm telling you about with my two predictions. So I just didn't think that he was going to get out. But once he left, I understood why. Because Trump didn't want, because Trump is the father of the injection, right? That's what he calls himself, the father of the miracle cure. and I told you Elvis was the first one to take a needle on live television. He did on Bill Gates' birthday. Bill Gates was born in Seattle, right next to the needle, right next to the Space Needle. And Elvis was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Space Needle when he made a movie about it. Not about it, but having to do with it. He was the first famous person, Susan Open, the Seattle Space Needle. So anyway, so from Elvis the needle to Trump being the needle, you see the two needles. And that's why, if you go and look in Tennessee where Elvis died, there's a Gatlinburg Space Needle. There's only 2 space needles in the world that are called Space Needle, and that's the one in Seattle and the one in Tennessee where Elvis died. So Elvis dies where the needle is, and he's going to come back out the other needle. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, uh, so anyway, and also in Tennessee they have the Batman building. It's called the Batman building, it's got 2 needles, like because it's got the Batman, base on the building kind of, and Batman ears, right? It looks like 2 needles sticking up, and it's the AT&T building, and look, when you put all the things that I've talked about with the ATT code, the ATA code, and all this together, it's impossible to have these kind of coincidences, and the building has 3 tiers on one side and 3 tiers on another, the 3-3. It's located on 333 Commerce, and it's 33 floors. I mean, how many threes can you get, And it's got 2 needles sticking out, like I said. Anyway, so we knew that once Trump didn't stay in office, we knew why. Right away, I was like, whoa, it's so obvious. How stupid are we? That he had to leave. That way he wouldn't be the one pushing the injection. He had to have them push the injection. And that way that way the Christians didn't think it was Trump doing it, even though Trump is the one saying he's the father of the injection. He was slowly saying, "Oh no, you don't have to take it. It's up to you. No one's, it's a choice." But he had them, the other side, so to say, because they're all in on it, but they want to make you believe that the Democrats are different. They're the same. Okay. Anyway, so they had the Democrats push the injection on the whole world. You know what I mean? Anyway, and then not only is he pushing the injection, causing all kinds of chaos, people losing their jobs, businesses closing down. Then he did the Afghanistan thing where he left all these weapons for the Afghanistan people, and people died supposedly. It was a disaster on purpose, totally on purpose. You think they're going to leave $100 billion worth of weapons behind? Please, folks, use your brain, man. And they left $100 billion, like $50 billion too behind. So the whole thing is absolute garbage. The stories. And then now Russia war and the economy's collapsing, gas prices going up. It's a joke. All right? It's a complete joke because they want mass chaos. That way Trump looks like the savior, okay? Because I told you Trump has to be the one to make people worship the beast, okay? Because he is the twin beast. Trump is the twin beast. He's going to make you worship the real beast, who is Elvis, okay? Elvis is the Antichrist. Trump is his in the flesh Antichrist. You know what I mean? All right. So that's why I said I hope you can understand that. And this whole thing with the twin thing has to do with Elvis and his identical twin that supposedly died at birth. That's what this whole thing is about. Anyway, that's why when he gets, and let me just add this. So, and while Trump was in office, he put all these Supreme Court people in office, but yet he wasn't there when they did the Roe versus Wade, like taking it back, what's it called? My brain's not working. Where they're going to undo the Roe versus Wade. Why wasn't it done when Trump was in office? Again, same thing. Because he didn't want to be in the one to bring it out while he was in there. So what's going to happen is, while this Roe versus Wade's coming out now, and by the way, I'm going to show you again. I showed it the other day. I'm going to show it again. Yeah, to overturn Roe versus Wade. That's what I meant to say. Thanks. So the reason, there's a couple of reasons why they did it. One, they brought it out now because uh, the Democrats are going to blame Trump for this, right? Because that's what they're doing right now. The news, they're blaming Trump. So when this thing gets overturned, or whatever this decision is going to be, uh, the you know it'll give an excuse for why Trump might get a head wound. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that looks like, I said, there could be a ulterior motive too, because uh, I showed why what Roe versus Wade. Shut up! How dare you interrupt me? Can you believe he interrupted me? Anyway, it just started all by itself, the phone. Did you see that? Anyway, so the reason it came on, I mean, the reason I came on is because, I'm always answering questions, right? I mean, I'm answering people's comments all the time. Uh, so what was I talking about? Oh, why Roe versus Wade uh, is in the news, okay? And I showed it to you guys why. Hold on. Let me type in the Roe versus Wade for you can see why it's so important. What am I doing here? So Roe versus Wade, and like I said, most of you already know what I'm about to say because you watched the other live stream. There's I just can't see how this is a coincidence, Wait till you see what I'm gonna show you. Okay, so this is what Roe versus Wade equals. Okay, now pay attention. Forget the numbers don't mean anything right now, but I'm about to show you something that equals the exact same as these numbers. Okay, first of all, Roe versus Wade, Wade equals 33. WADE equals 33. Like W is the 23rd letter, A is the first letter, D is the fourth letter, E is the fifth letter, equals 33. RO equals 33, the first two letters. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is because Roe versus Wade equals something that's very significant. And let me just type it in. I know my face is not showing right now. Hold on. It equals this. It equals the exact same as, oops. It equals Ohio State. And think about how ridiculous that is. Because I told you that Trump's going to get his head wound in Ohio. So what is the chance that this possibly could have a significance in his head wound? Because I told you the Roe versus Wade decision could come down and cause, this mass chaos. So Ohio State equals Roe versus Wade, same numbers. All of them are the same numbers. And by the way, the word state equals the word Janus. And I told you Janus is the two-faced God. Okay? The word state equals the exact same as Janus. Anyway, what else can we talk about here? Oh, and by the way, oops, what did I do? Oh, and it also equals, yeah, Roe versus Wade also equals, oops. Roe versus Wade equals the exact same as Jewel City. Okay? The word Jewel City. Both those words equal the same as Ohio State and Roe versus Wade. And, oh, that is a great catch. How did I miss that? That's a great catch. Wow. Unbelievable. Someone said that Roe versus Wade has to do with water. It's so funny. That's true. If you consider rowing and wading in the water, WADE, that's crazy. That's right. Elvis equals water. That's what I've been telling everybody, right? And the word reset. There you go. There's another reason why it's in the news. There you go. I wish I had thought of that. How did I miss that? Because I was so busy looking at the 33 number, because weight equals 33, that I got distracted from the actual word and the meaning of it. That's a good catch. Anyway, so Jewel City is where I live. I live in Glendale, California. Glendale, California is known as the Jewel City. And why is that important? Because see, Jewel City has to do like, the jewels, right? And diamonds, like diamonds and whatever, sapphire, whatever is it, but Emerald City. That's what Seattle's known as. No, thank you, but I didn't sneeze. I was coughing. Anyway, I appreciate it, but yeah, I think it's because of something I ate. It's messing up my throat. Anyway, I forgot now. What was I saying? Oh, Jewel City, where I live in Glendale, California. The Emerald City is a jewel city, and that is Seattle is known as the Emerald City. Okay. Okay. So what are you saying? On June 14th, the Pope declared World War III. What? How did he declare World War III? What are you talking about? What did I miss? How did he declare World War III yesterday? Man, I'm sorry. Man. Man, my throat is messed up, man. Hurry up, tell me. I'm sitting here waiting for you to tell me how he declared World War III. Come on. Hurry. Oh, the Pope said that? He said that the that the Russia-Ukraine war is World War III. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Someone's saying that the V is linked to water. The water molecule is V-shaped. Yeah, I don't even know what do you mean by that? You talking about in the injection, or you talking about the letter V, or the? I'm confused. You're talking about the injection, right? When you say the V. Oh, the Pope is a hellbound heathen. Everybody in the Catholic Church, okay, I'm not talking about the people, okay? There are some people who are okay, but everybody within the Catholic Church are doomed. Oh, you're talking about the V in Roe versus Wade. Okay, I didn't know what you meant. That's why I was like, what? Okay, I get it. I would have never caught that. I'm glad you told me what you meant. Okay. Yep, that's right. The fetus, it's it's in the water. That's right. We're all birthed out of the water. That's why I told you that that's why birthday That's why, I know you guys have seen my videos, but you can't have these connections. Okay, so if you were to put, hold on. Oh, I'm glad. Okay, so yeah, I didn't know about that, about the Pope thing. All right, but look, folks. All right, let me just tell you a few names that Elvis equals for you can understand. Besides it equaling water and reset, let's look at the. I'm trying to think of what names Elvis equals. I know it equals Tracy, Tracy, but there was another one. Oh man, I can't believe I can't remember the other one. I don't think it was a name, but it was another important. Man, I can't believe I can't remember. But so let's just stick with that one, all right? So Tracy is the only one that equals the exact same as Elvis. So there's no famous as. So what's more famous, the word Elvis? I mean, the name Elvis or the name Tracy? Okay, so simple answer, right? There's no bigger name than Elvis, okay? And the reason I'm saying that is because you just ask yourself, just ask yourself, what is the chance that um, hold on. Well, we know something's going on in Russia and Ukraine, but it ain't what they're telling us, that's for sure. I mean, that's simple logic. Yeah, but we can't prove what we're saying, but we know that it's definitely not what we think it is. I mean, if that's what they call a war, then I don't know what the hell a war is, if that's a war. Um, so what I'm trying to say is that Elvis, um, man, you guys are doing some real serious research. Denise is saying in Roe versus Wade, there was a twin litigation for Doe versus Wade. What in the heck? What? That's unbelievable. So there's a Roe and a Doe, huh? Versus Wade. So it must be some kind of, the person must have twins or something. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, that Roe. I mean that Roe versus Wade water connection. Then this. Yeah, you guys are coming up with some good stuff, man. Anyway, so Elvis birthday. You just ask yourself. And by the way, if you put uh, forget it, doesn't matter. Elvis birthday. All right. This is what it equals: 154, 64, 197, 80. Just ask yourself, because if this is the only name when matched with the word birthday, because I'm about to show you what it matches. But what I'm asking is, so the only other name would be Tracy, Tracy. Oh, I know what it is. The next one, the other name that I was trying to get. So Tracy is the only other name that equals Elvis. Okay, so you have Elvis birthday. All right. Ask yourself, what is the chance that it equals the exact same as this particular phrase? So this is the exact same numbers as Elvis' birthday. What does this equal? The Antichrist. You just look. That alone should tell you that Elvis is the Antichrist. Like literally, if I just did one video, that would be it. I've shown that before, but because I've shown so much that nobody remembers these things. Okay, There's only one name that does this. There's only one, folks. One name. All right. Think about what I'm showing you. There's only one. All right. And you know, Elvis was known as Tiger Man, right? So if you put Elvis Tiger Man, because you know the Tiger connection was all over the place lately, right? So Elvis Tiger Man equals the exact same as the Antichrist. Same numbers again. Elvis Tiger Man equals the same as the Antichrist and also Elvis birthday. Elvis birthday, Elvis Tiger Man, the Antichrist, all equal the same. So what I'm trying to say is, if it would see with me is, I'm trying to get to the bottom of everything, and that's why I could have just stuck with just telling you, well, Elvis is the Antichrist, and soon he'll be revealed, and I would have been, I could have waited years and years with that, you know. But no, I wanted to prove over and over and over again till you see that there's no way that these could be coincidences. Okay, when you see it, when you actually see it manifest. All right, that's all. You know, this alone, just that little bit, it tells you that that how, what is the chance of it? I'm saying, just ask yourself, how is that possible? That the only name that equals the Antichrist, you know. I mean, I'm saying when added with the birthday, because see, a birth, it's coming out of the water, right? The birth, and that's what the beast out of the sea is, right? The beast out of the sea. That's what this whole thing is about. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate all the kind words, and oh man, I had something else to say now. I can't remember. Wow, it just completely left my mind. I had it. I was just ready to show it too. What the heck was I gonna show? I hate when that happens because I'm reading the comments, and I can't remember now. I was talking about Elvis, Tiger Man, Beast Out of the Sea. Oh man, well, it left my mind. I can't remember now. Oh, I got it. It's back. I got it. Uh, and remember, I was telling you that it's going to be a birth, right, out of the sea. You know, that basically his image or his name, or the number of his name is going to be the the rising. That's what this is about. You know, you might not get a physical beast out of the sea. It's literally, it's telling you that his image or the name or the number of his name is going to come out of the sea, which is out of this event. That's a, you know, the Seattle event. That's what this whole thing is about. Okay? Not everything has to be perfect. It has to add up. That's all. It doesn't have to be exact, perfect everything. Uh, so if you were to add, check this out. Because you know Elvis, he's got the EL in his name, right? So if you put birth L, and like I said, not everything is going to work out perfectly. So you have to be able to do a little bit of maneuvering. So what they do is, I'll tell you what I mean. So if you put birth L, instead of Elvis, because El means God. So if they're going to birth L out of the water, okay, L birth, look what it equals, 7438, 11543, okay? Now watch. L birth equals the exact same as right there. Oops. See, that's L birth right there. It equals the exact same as Lucifer. You see? So they're birthing Lucifer. You see what I'm saying? So L birth is birthing Lucifer. So if they birth L out of the sea, then you're birthing Lucifer. That's what that's saying right there. The beast out of the sea right there. L birth. Because birth is coming out of the water. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true. That all the comments disappeared on YouTube for a couple of hours. Yeah, I saw that or whatever, an hour. I'm not sure, but I did see that. Yeah, on all the channels. And you know, Elvis, he was known as the king, and the word "the king" equals almost the exact same as Lucifer. The only difference is one number. That's it. So Lucifer equals 7438, 11543. And Elvis was known as the king, right? And Seattle's in King County, like I said. The king equals 7438, 11534. The only different number is this one. Instead of 34, it was 43 for Lucifer. All the other numbers were the same. The 34, it was 43 for Lucifer. That was it. All the numbers are the same. And you know, and you know, my name equals king, right? Garo. Man, my throat is messed up. Garo, Garo. Anyway, like I said, prophecy is going to be fulfilled, and that's why I said right now, people are laughing at me on YouTube. Like I said, they won't be laughing soon. this is this is you know, that's why you have to listen, as a Christian, you have to endure to the end no matter what torture. Like I just explained. Listen, when Noah and by the way, I'm not comparing myself to Noah. I'm just using it as an example that Noah, God chose Noah to build an ark, right? And and I'm pretty sure that there was thousands of people who came up and said, hey, genius, what are you doing? What is this that you're building? And why are you building it? And I'm pretty sure he warned everybody that a flood was coming. All right? Because God told him, right? So you don't think that the people were laughing at him? You know how long it took him to build that thing? They say over 80 years, and the flood came 120 years later or something like that. Or it could have took him over 100 years to build that ark, they said. So ask yourself, 100 years, he endured. I've only been doing this, well, I've been on YouTube for 8 years, but I'm talking about I've only been doing this Elvis, you know, Trump thing for 5 years now. Okay. So again, I ask you, you know, I'm sure that people were laughing at Noah back then too, and they weren't laughing anymore once the flood came. Do you get it? So you got to endure to the end. I told you. Any last words, folks? Because the reason I did this video is just to let people know that I'm about to load a video. Pay attention, that way you don't get confused. I loaded a new video yesterday, a pre-recorded one. So that pre-recorded one, I'm gonna load onto my 2 backup channels, okay? And um, and then I'm gonna put out another new video on my main channel. So make sure that you go and watch that. The first part. When I say first part, please let me show it again, because I know I'm confusing everybody, but it's you have to watch the first one first in order to understand. And I didn't put part one, so you have to watch that video first. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like when you see the when I say part one. So this is on my main channel right now. Okay, so when you go to the main channel, this is my main channel, the one with 3,300 subscribers, and I told you everybody that on June 11th it became 3.3, exactly June 11th. Anyway, so this is the video that I put up yesterday. You have to watch this one first before you watch the new one I'm gonna load today. Okay? But if you haven't watched any of this, you gotta watch this one first, because this was the first video I did after June 11th, and all the connections that happened on June 11th I put into that video, and then I did the second video, and then now I started doing pre-recorded videos again. So make sure you watch this one first before you watch the new one I load today, because it connects to this one. It's like it's like a continuation. Yeah, that's right. The ark. They say the ark landed on Mount Ararat. That's right, and which was part of Armenia, which is where my ancestors are from. But I was born in Beirut, Lebanon. And that's where that biggest explosion we've ever seen happened, right near the water. You see, it's all, I'm telling you, everything is about the sea and explosion and it was on August 4th, on the day Trump's gonna get his head wound. But what that was just predictive programming. What's to come in Seattle. Actually, you know what? I want to look that up right now. I want to see how many days it is from August 4th, 2020, from the day of that explosion to 6/11 next year. I want to see how many days. Well, that's interesting. Definitely have some connections there. I'm not going to show it to you because there is connections there. That's why I don't want to get into it right now. Interesting. Yeah, I don't feel like explaining it. Sorry, I almost dropped my phone. Anyway, any last words, folks? Anything you want to talk about the last 10, 15 minutes? Because I got to get going. Oh, and by the way, the Roe versus Wade, I forgot to mention, which I mentioned in the other live stream. Roe versus Wade, besides equaling Jewel City, was where I live, and Ohio State, because that's where Trump's going to get his head wound. So Roe versus Wade equals Ohio State. Jewel City also it equals. Jewel City connects to Emerald City, which is where Seattle is, because it's part of a jewel, right? Emerald. Also, Roe versus Wade equals the exact same as the words white bull, if that has any significance, white bull, and then true blood. Okay? True blood. And then another one, which is very important, is sinkholes. Sinkholes. HOLES. We always talk about sinkholes on this channel. I mean, not always, but I've done videos on it, explaining how it connects to to even shows that they had which had sinkhole shows, because that's what I was telling you, that Seattle might sink it, part of it. The last days I have checked the Washington death to June 24th. Again, I was very surprised. I had forgotten that it shows so clearly. I'm not sure what you mean, but you want to explain it? Because, I mean, we know that 624 connects to 611 because of because 624 is 611 on the Julian calendar, the old one. Oh, that's funny, Maggie. Look, man. It's too bad that the world is so full of trolls and stuff. Because if I could tell you all the connections I have, you would freak out. All right, I'm telling you, to all this, and it all connects to the Great Reset. You'll see, it all connects to the day America was founded, and how it connects to next year. You didn't miss nothing. This is the same video as the one I did yesterday on my backup channel. Another live stream I did yesterday. Exact same information. So you didn't miss nothing. Don't bother wasting your time watching this. Unless you were in the chat and you just want to hang out. But there's nothing. Just make sure that you are subscribed to my main channel and that you watch the videos in order. Like, because I'm about to put up a new video. But first I'm going to load up a video on my backup channels, two backup channels. I'm going to load a video I did yesterday. Then I'm going to load my new video up. But I have to do it first. I haven't even started it yet. So I won't be getting that ready till probably 3 in the afternoon, maybe 4. I'm not sure. But, well, what time is it right now? Yeah, it'll take me easily 4 hours to do it. Because I mess up so many times, I have to restart it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, to everybody who wasn't here, because yesterday I did a live stream and I deleted that one because I was yelling at everybody. I was rebuking the heck out of everybody, and I'm still mad. But what am I gonna do? I'd say it over and over again, but I can't get through to the people. Of why I get angry. You know. Like, the reason I'm saying that is because there's no way, like I said, if you're using your brain and you watch that video I put up yesterday, you'd be like, this is incredible. It's impossible. All these coincidences, unless they have scripted it for these people to be connected to this perfect uh, dates and thing, the way it connects, it's impossible. All right. The numbers are perfect, and that because it has to be, just like God's numbers were perfect. He did everything perfect, so they have to do the same thing. It has to work out perfect, or the magic doesn't work. That's what they're doing. No, you know what? No, you're not one of those that I'm talking about in that video. You're not one of them. Yeah, I appreciate it. I trimmed it some more, my beard. I trimmed it the other day and I trimmed it again some more. Look, you can actually see my neck right now. And I get red marks on my neck because of whenever I shave, I get, what's it called? I get a rash, man. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Numbers are everything, folks. That's what God created the world with. I mean, obviously. But see, the thing is, when God created everything, it's not like he calculated it. He's already. What I'm saying is, his. How do you explain? Uh, when you Google stuff, right? It takes like 1 second. It'll tell you what it is. You know what I mean? That's how God is, but a million times even more thing, because he just, he could just speak it into existence. That's how it is. You get what I'm saying? That's how incredible it is. With just his hand, he could wipe out the world. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is that he's not sitting there going, okay, well, 10 plus 10 is, he's not doing that. It's all natural, everything. He is numbers. That's what I'm trying to say. He is numbers. He is everything you see. Does that make sense, what I'm saying? Numbers are not God. God, I mean, God is not numbers. Numbers are God. Everything, like, I mean, God is not one of us. We are one of him. That's what the iniquity was in Lucifer. Lucifer was made so perfect that he thought he was perfect, and it's all about free will, and then that's what happened. He was made so perfect that he loved himself so much that he thought he was God, and that's why I always talk about the Pied Piper, the Pee. He was the Pied Piper, and he suckered in all these uh, angels who were who you know who had evil in them. Obviously, you got to be evil to, if you know that God created you. Why are you following some dude just because he maybe he was more beautiful than the other angels? Maybe he was uh he had musical talent, which is, according to them, is a big possibility. You know, according to some people who looked into it. I don't know, but all I know is he was decked out in jewels, and and that's exactly what Elvis is. When you look, in that Elvis Hawaii concert, this dude, the dude looks like an angel in there. You know what I mean? It's like when I saw that dude at that Hawaii concert, it's like a teenager, the way they go gaga over some puppy love nonsense. That's how I looked at this dum dum. I was like, oh wow, look at that dude. He's like an angel. It's the weirdest thing. That's why guys even love Elvis. But thank God for me that I got into rock and roll and I just dismissed Elvis. I don't know why I got out of Elvis so quick. But even when I still hear a few of his songs now, it reminds me of, when I was a kid. But I was so obsessed with Elvis, man. I was combing my hair like him. I was doing his snarls in his mouth and his nose, and I was, like I said, I was singing like him everywhere I went. I was, I looked like Elvis. My hair, people were calling me Little Elvis. All right. Last 5 minutes, folks. So, yeah, I'll leave the video up because I want people to see this on this channel. Like I said, I'm about to load the video from yesterday onto my backup channels. Then I'm going to load a new one on my main channel. And then that one again, I'll load up the next day on the backup channels. But again, please watch the video. The, the, the one I loaded yesterday, the one with Trump double face, looked like Pinhead on him. That video first before you watch the new one I'm gonna load today, later on. Oh, that's weird that she didn't find Elvis attractive. That's interesting. Well, if you listen, if you watch his Aloha from Hawaii concert, I can't see how you can't fall in love with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I mean, the dude had so much charisma on stage. You know, I don't know. Maybe for the younger people, it's not that way. I don't know. But for our generation, it was. Sorry. Well, there's already predictive programming in there, even in the previews of his movie, that new movie. They're talking about him being like God, and there was the connection to JFK and MLK that they talked about, and they said that even in the movie they said we're responsible for that. Because they are. Elvis was. Elvis and his Memphis Mafia. Well, that's the whole thing. That's the reason they're directing it at the young people. This Elvis, because young people don't care about Elvis, but that's why they're directing. I mean, this new movie toward the young kids. Because as an adult now, that because I told you I was obsessed with Elvis. That movie does have no has no attraction at all to me, because first of all, the guy who's playing Elvis has no charisma. Only little young girls are gonna like that butt plugger. I call him Austin Butt Plugger. His name is Austin Butler. My point is, um, there's no, like, for the older people. There's no, that guy is not for the people who love Elvis. You know what I mean? Um, and you know why they chose Austin Butler? Because because of his name too. Check this out. Because June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, right? June 11th. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Yeah, it also connects to the Austin Powers movies, which I told you connects to the Space Needle. Dr. Evil's, if you put an S on the word evil, Dr. Evil's headquarters was in the Space Needle, and also a volcano. Okay, but anyway, Austin Butler, look what it equals. Look at that. 162 forward, 162 backwards. Look at that. You see? You also have a 45 for Trump, 1-8 Elvis, 8-1. But anyway, what's important is it's 162 forwards, 162 backwards. And I told you the 162nd day of the year is June 11th. What is the chance that the guy who's playing Elvis has those connections? How about 0 to none? There's just no way that all that could be a coincidence. Oh yeah, on June 11th, Seattle Mariners beat the Red Sox 7-6, and Trump just turned 76. All right, cool, interesting. But did they play on June 14th? Did Seattle play on June 14th? You would think it would happen on that day instead. Did they play on June 14th? Anyway, folks, that's it. I'm done. I'll see you guys. Hurry up and answer, because I got to end the video, because I want to keep it under an hour. It's 59 minutes and 30 seconds. I'll give you 10 seconds to answer before I end the video. I'll leave the video up, and like I said, just make sure you pay attention to the new videos that I'm going to be coming out, because I'm telling you, it's going to blow your mind. God bless all of you. Take care, and Jesus is God. End of video.